Hi everybody, and welcome to day 17 in Adventures in Parenting, 30 Days to Becoming a Better Parent. I'm Julie Flaherty. Hi. We're on location, if you can't tell today. It's very exotic and I'm thrilled to be here. I'm at a friend's house in an exotic location in Indiana. So there, if you didn't think there were exotic locations, they're all, look behind me. There's a pool back there. It's very nice. Anyway, we're here today. We're going to talk about parenting and how it relates to gaming today. And I've got a lovely friend with me who volunteered for this position. We're not sure why yet. And after today, she may change her mind. And if you knew the technical issues we had just to get it going today, you would know she will probably not do this again. Anyway, what is your name, ma'am?
My name is Karina.
This is Karina. She's a friend of mine. We've known each other for a very long time. Although we weren't like extremely close in school, we're good friends now, and that's what matters, right? The joys of Facebook and all of my wonderful new friends out there and some of my old ones. I came to you and said, could I please come talk to you about parenting? And you said?
Absolutely.
Crazy lady. Crazy lady. Anyway, we're going to talk about games, right? Because I promised you guys games for the last 30 days. And we're going to handle some games today, but we're not going to play them. I know, it's a teaser. One of the games that we're going to talk about is Boggle. For those of you who don't know the game, it's a game with letter dice on the inside. I'll bring it to you so you can see it. Has letter dice on the inside, and you shake it. And you wait. I know it's loud, right? Quiet households don't like this game. And then you shake it till the dice are flat, and you see what words you see in the box, right? And how does this compare to parenting? That's funny. For those of you who only have one child, it could be not as bad as you think. Not judging, just saying. For those of us who have more than one child, it's a constant juggle to see who goes where when. And you have sporty people, right? You have
do.
Like jocular people.
Well, yeah.
She has people that play football.
Football, basketball.
And
that's about all right now. Just football and basketball.
And they're very active in their church. And you've got people who do mission trips.
Do?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's one of them, by the way. So that's kind of cool. So what do they do when she's not here?
They're counting down the days, actually. So.
They're probably going to redecorate in that their own special boy way. Sorry about that. For when you come back, call us. We'll come help, right? So once we try to figure out where all the pieces go, we got to figure out how to put it together. What's your biggest challenge with having to juggle everything and put everything together?
Probably just the multitasking part. Everything happening at the same time.
Yeah, like you need a clone?
Yeah, like I need to be in 4 places at one time.
Right.
Yeah.
I may have mentioned this in the blog, but not online. Right now at our house, we have 4 drivers and 2 cars. We have 4 people who work and 2 vehicles. Because 3 o'clock, between what did I talk about before, between the 3 and 6 o'clock hour, right, when the stuff hits the fan all the time, that makes it really difficult. What is your biggest challenge during that time with people in your house?
Probably organization. If school's in session, you're talking they're brain dead.
Yeah,
when
they are.
home.
They're like zombies.
Yeah.
The zombie apocalypse is happening now.
Yeah.
It's school time.
That's right.
Everybody's talking about it on Facebook. It's already been here, man. I've seen it. My biggest issue is dinner.
Yes.
Because as much as I want to say I'm going to plan it ahead of time, 4 o'clock hits and we're all wondering what we're eating for dinner.
Yeah.
So do you plan ahead at all, or do you try, or do you
I
do it
try
for
to.
a while and then it kind of epically fails?
Yes. And a matter of fact, last year I ended up in tears and complaining on Facebook because my kids were eating McDonald's and I felt like a horrible parent.
Well, and we've all been there, right? I know we don't think we've been there. I just hit the mic, sorry. But we've all been there. I have friends who do drive-through all the time, and people berate them on Facebook about, cooking and crock pots and things like that. But those of us who are in the midst of it, we would love to tell you that we're, super mom, and I wore the Wonder Woman shirt. Yeah, I'm great until it comes to dinner time, Another game that's a big one for me and it kind of ties into what we're talking about, is an old school game, and you may remember it, and you may not, and it involves this little guy right here. Anybody remember who he is? I know I ask questions and wait for answers like you guys are going to answer me. I do it all the time. Hey, remember, there's a comment box at the bottom. Haha, I got it in. This is the Don't Spill the Beans game. This is the game where you put a bean in, and then somebody takes a turn and puts a bean in, and then you put a bean in. So there's a big pile of beans on the top, and you're waiting for it to topple over, and whoever it topples over on is the loser. Okay, as a parent, do you ever feel that way?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like one more bean on this jar and someone's going to die.
Yeah.
In the most holy and lovely way. Right? What is your... What time of the year do you feel like you've got the most beans in the jar?
It's definitely right now. We're
Right
in
now?
the midst of it. Second day of school, football practice, school supplies still need to be purchased. I still have my stuff to do.
Yeah.
I work part-time.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely this is the key week for me right now. Yeah.
By the way, unsung hero, she's a substitute teacher, so if you ever see her out there, be nice to her. Kids, don't try this at home. I will come find you, man. She's a great teacher, but it is a hard time. I heard a statistic today that back to school shopping is second to Christmas time.
Wow.
And the amount of cash and time and stress. Can you guys relate to that? I know I can relate to that. Once again, I've got 5 of them. And even though 3 people are out of standard education, I've got 2 working full-time and 1 in college. Don't think I'm not getting a phone call every couple weeks that he needs a book or something special for school that he can't afford. He is a poor college student, right? Tell me, in this time of year, the first few weeks of school, what's your biggest joy that you find when the kids come home?
Honestly, it's funny you mentioned that because I thought about this yesterday. There is this joy the minute they walk in the door.
Yeah.
And, you know, that doesn't always happen in the summer.
No.
Because I may have just seen them 10 minutes ago.
Right.
I look forward to them coming home. I had the best snack time with the youngest one yesterday. It's the time when you can actually get them to talk to you.
Right.
Because the food is keeping them occupied. So,
It's true.
So,
Always have
yeah.
a snack ready after school. Big hint. Always have a snack ready after school. My 20-year-old, when he came home over the summer to visit, he remembered it was 4 o'clock, and he goes, "It's snack time, Mom." I'm like, really? Weirdo. But that was his time to sit down, and we re-centered the day from the zombie apocalypse right before it happened, before the 3 B's, right? The bath, bed, and the what we called the ritual beating of the children. We really didn't beat them. We didn't beat them. Don't write me or comment box. I don't know if that's what gets you to write in the comment box. But it's also called bedtime at some houses. So we would have to force them into the bed sometimes. I'm sure nobody out there's had to do that. But it is that snack time right after school. They're excited to tell you about their day or in the classes. Unless they're like 7th or 8th grade and somewhere around week 4 or 5, it's automatically, we're so uncool and it's not worth sharing, or nothing interesting happens. You know, the boredom of school sets in kind of thing. It's an interesting transition to watch it happen, and then it comes back again if something out of the ordinary happens at school for whatever reason. I know you've been following along.
Yes.
God bless her. She and Marty, and maybe one other person. I don't know. And we thank all 3 of you. Do you have any questions for me? I'll turn the tables and be in the hot seat.
Oh, wow. You did put me on the hot seat.
I did, because I didn't tell her she could ask me a question.
No, so no planning ahead.
See?
What I struggle the most, and it seems to be right now, the current 6th grader, is just connecting with him on his level. And I know part of it's he's a boy, and part of it's his age.
Yeah.
But it is truly, this is the one who had a great snack time yesterday, which is why I felt so much joy.
Day 1, yay!
Yeah, but I know that's not going to continue.
It's not.
I can't get him to share with me what he's thinking, what he's feeling, those kind of things.
Well, and you're right, some of that is boy. Because really, come on, when was the last time we looked at our husband or significant other and said, "What are you thinking?" And they go, "Nothing." Right?
Yeah.
Which really means they're thinking about food and they don't want to tell you. or something silly. Anyway, a good way to try and connect that I try with my kids is I never say, how was your day?
Yes.
I always start with lunch.
Ah.
How was lunch? Because it's food related, right? Go back to that zombie apocalypse, right? You've got the food, it's in front of them, and it's keeping them busy. How was lunch? Who'd you sit with? If they have assigned seats, always ask them when they get to change that. They know. And if they don't know, they'll ask. Because that'll be interesting for them to want to know. Another thing that I ask is, who'd you sit next to on the bus? Do you always sit next to the same person on the bus? It's laying that groundwork for later on. And if there's a certain class that they're struggling in, and you know they're struggling in it, and they don't want to talk to you about it, ask about the class right before it or the class right after it. It's a backdoor way in, but it's a way in. So you kind of have to remember, I've talked about Billy from the Family Circus, how he kind of wanders around and does this thing. I'm off camera, but you see me. He wanders around and does this thing, but he gets there eventually. It's the same thing. Kind of have to sneak in through the back door sometimes, because as much as they don't want to share with you, they do want to share with you. They just don't know how to get it out. So you really, really need to just wait for that to happen. And it's hard to be patient through that, especially with a child, if yours is like mine, the one that used to share everything, and now it's all hidden and secured, and you want to kind of shake them out. For our son, that's what we call a Barbie aisle moment, and what that, I'll explain it. Needless to say, my guess is your son does not want to go to the Barbie aisle because he's an older boy, right?
Absolutely not.
So I have dubbed the Barbie aisle my happy place. No reason. So I tell him if he's having that bad of a day, I'm more than happy to take him to the Barbie aisle where we can enjoy a happy moment together. I know, it's not very nice, but it gets him talking pretty quick. But we had to lead up to that. So it wasn't like it just, you can't just go, okay, Barbie aisle, let's go. Because they'll be like, what? Why? That's weird. And I'm going upstairs now. Yeah. So, what other questions do you have? Anything?
And it goes back to the cognitive skills that you've been, teaching. The same child is the one who I just can't get to read.
Yeah.
It's always forced reading, and it almost feels like a punishment to him.
Because it is.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it is. And I'll give you the short version to that, and we may do a part 2 on this where I explain it further if that's okay. Because I hate to run long on time. You guys know how I hate to keep you. Right. So, the easy answer is it is a punishment, and chances are he's struggling. And there's a difference between being able to read well, and reading for enjoyment. And chances are he's forced reading is because he can read, but he's not sure how to take in all the information he's getting, and he's scared he can't keep up. And then that cycles into a perfectionistic tendency of, I'm not going to do it right, I'm not going to do it the way you want it, I'm not going to be able to remember everything they want me to remember, so why do it anyway? So then that cycles into, I'm a failure, and I'm a this, and I'm a that, because of that perfectionistic. Are you guys following me? This can snowball really bad. So, and that's great English, really bad. I'm from the South, let it go. Or comment in the comment box, that's fine too. But what I will do, and I promise you this one, in the next segment we'll talk about reading, and it can be a game. And I know that sounds silly, and it sounds kindergarten-esque, but it can be a game, and there's a way to show kids how to get enjoyment out of it. But older children, it's harder for them to relearn that because they're so stuck in that mindset, especially perfectionistic style type of children. So we will continue that one on the next segment, I promise, with or without Karina. I'm not sure yet. But I'll show her some tips and tricks, and we'll see what she has to say about them. Maybe I can twist her arm, writing us a little something, and tell us how it goes as the school year progresses. Who knows? I'm not putting you on the spot right now. You don't have to answer. Great. So I thank you for letting me come in today, and I hope everybody has a great day. And once again, comment box. I think I've mentioned it 3 times now. And if you have any questions you don't want to put in the comment box, feel free to email me. It's julie.flaherty@gmail.com. head out to the website. I will see everybody next time. Thank you.